Unequal fights are always fascinating. It's very interesting to see whether the kid can defeat the giant, or if the too tall fighter overpower the smaller one, because initially one of the fighters has a visible advantage, but whether he will be able to realize this advantage is far from certain. And Fyodor Emelianenko versus the huge Brazilian Zuluzinho is proof of that. But the little guys are lucky. Not always. Here's Bob, Sapa versus Ku. But that's more of an exception to the rule. Here's James Thompson versus the giant Brazilian. Thompson has never been known for being very effective in mixed martial arts. But against the huge Brazilian, he showed all of his. The Brazilian was over 218 centimeters tall, 2 meters 218 centimeters. But that didn't stop Thompson from nailing him in the canvas. And this giant from India, he didn't put up a fight with fighters who were barely lit to his waist. What can I say? Martial arts is a tough sport. There's no mercy for anyone. The giant from India. He didn't take it easy on these little guys. He just took them down with one punch. But I must say, the crowd was just, well, next time they'll know how to go up against these huge giants. If these little guys had fought each other, among themselves, and they would have been fine. But no, they decided to test themselves to the fullest. Well, you'll get the full program. But there are some sports where weight and height is the biggest advantage. Sumo, of course. If you're a small sumo wrestler, you don't stand a chance here. Not much, but this guy did the impossible. He dropped a fighter who far outweighs his weight, technique, and days of training. Turns out you can beat sumo fighters against bigger athletes. Who would have thought? Well, we're going back to mixed martial arts, and we're looking at Hong Mancho's fight. Just look at him. How much taller he is than his. It's not for nothing that they call Han Mancho the Spike. He's almost any fighter will be taller, because the Korean is over 218 centimeters and 150 kilograms at his peak. Allowed him to repeatedly defeat his opponents. Well, we're watching. Another attempt of the little guy to defeat the giant. This huge man weighs 205 kilos. Will he be able to defeat the wrestler in this confrontation? He has a clear weight advantage, but the wrestler doesn't. He doesn't need it at all. He just closes the triangle and wins this confrontation. Actually, even the difference in weight difference of about 100 kg did not allow the giant to win. The giant. Well, if we're talking about unequal fights, then of course we have to remember Iron Jersey, who repeatedly fought fighters who were a head taller than he was. Tyson was one of the lightest heavyweight champions in the world. That's what allowed him to repeatedly defeat his huge opponents. He defeated them with speed and the sheer power of his punching power. K1 legend Lee Banner felt at ease in his fight with Bob Sapp, despite the fact that these fighters are very different in both height and weight. In height and weight, the kicker. The legendary kicker had no trouble dropping that huge kilo bag, which once again proves that height and weight aren't just everything you need to win. Friends, if you like the fights, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. There are many more interesting videos.